Damien White in his Formula GTI not there at the moment. We have the Era Racing guys not there today as well, which would usually have Graham Knight as a member, because Graham Knight at the moment is out of racing for a little bit, but he's looking to come back shortly when everything is ready and everything is set. But you know, usually at this time of the year as well, I know things can get a little thin with regards to the single-seaters, and hopefully in the new year we start up again and we have the numbers a bit.
And not just those names that you mentioned there, Byron. Erhard Versace, he's also going to be racing next year, the young man. I actually saw his car at the Killarney Motor Show we had here a couple of weeks ago, and had a chat to his dad, and he said no, the car is 100% right. But no use doing the last race of the year. They want to do a couple of track days, and then obviously in the not too distant future we will see the young man on the circuit. And I must say the car was looking very impressive, and so we'll that's as a matter of fact, there was a very well-known Springbok rugby player that sat in the car, and that was James Dalton. That was sitting inside that motor car when I was down there with the Versace family.
Yes, he was actually having a conversation with Ashfaq Dawood earlier on, well, not earlier on that day, of course, and the man, of course, who came back a number of years ago to single-seater racing, and well, yes, he was involved to a good level, James Dalton, the Springbok. But here we go now. It's going to be DJ Boyson in his Reynard, the VW Reynard, that will be on pole position. No surprise there, a 1:16.390, his fastest lap in race one. But Zayna Munson with a 1:24.495, a tenth of a second faster than Byron Mitchell in race one, will start on pole for the Formula V section. Byron Mitchell, then Hayden Elwood in the Formula Swift, Andre Lariche in the black Formula V, Reino Pence in his Class C car, because Hayden Elwood's also a Class C, Kelly Fletcher, Ricky Anderson, Cyril Somerville and Luan van Heerden are all going to get ready. There's the Swift on the screen now, minus its engine cover, and that is the 7-Up Jordan livery, a 191 Jordan livery from 1991. Over 30 odd years ago, 32 years ago to be exact.
Right, so never mind about DJ Boyson, he will disappear into the distance. It's all about Class C and V. That's what it's all going to be about, as Zayna Munson is the pole sitter for that class. The lights go off and away they go. So DJ Boyson says, right guys, have a nice day, I'm out of here. Now remember that in race number one, DJ Boyson disappeared down the road, and he actually came and lapped each and every single other car out on track, and I think he will want to try and do so the same this time again as he heads into Castrol Corner. But it's all on here, Byron, for the rest of the guys from P2 all the way to the tail end of the field, which is Cyril Somerville.
Just doesn't include Hayden Elwood, unfortunately, who coasts to a halt on the Joubert Straight. And the bad luck there continues for Hayden Elwood. He had issues in race one. He still got the checkered flag, but unfortunately no further part in this race will he play. Meanwhile, onto the Tygerberg Straight we then run now. It is going to be Boyson that will lead the way, but look behind him. There's a whole train of cars that includes Zayna Munson, and then Andre Lariche is now ahead of Byron Mitchell. Down the back straight we go. Andre Lariche will get out of the slipstream of the orange Repsol Lantis, and he will shoot towards turn 5, I should say, and take the lead of Class V at the present moment.
Well, it's all about that bunch of cars that's working its way out of Fostron Corner. Yes, we have a leader, and that is DJ, but we're going to stick with this massive fight that's coming out of turn 5, out of Fostron towards us. And leading this group is Andre Lariche. Byron Mitchell has a look up there on the inside. Look at Zayna Munson. You cannot go 3 into turn number 1. They hold back, and then we've got Drano Pence. Donovan Ramsey is right in there as well, followed there by, I think that's Kelly Fletcher. It is indeed Kelly Fletcher as this group race down towards Castrol Corner.
Look at them all nose to tail with each other. Going onto the inside of Zayna Munson will be Andre Lariche. He was trying to poke his nose onto the inside of Byron Mitchell, but Byron Mitchell will hold the lead ahead there of Lariche and Munson. Then behind them is going to be Reno Pence, Donovan Ramsey, and then Kelly Fletcher. Plus then a bit of a gap before we have Ricky Anderson, Luan van Heerden, and Cyril Somerville that will round everything off. I think there was a little bit of movement from Kelly Fletcher trying to get away past in turn 4, past of course Donovan Ramsey right ahead of her.
Right, down the back main, this train of cars go, and this train has been led there by Byron Mitchell, but here comes Anja Lariche. Lariche is up on the inside. Then we've got Zayna Munson up on the inside of Reno Pence. It is a 2x2 as they work their way out of 5. Then coming through now, that is Donovan Ramsey. That's in that fight as well. It is a huge, huge fight. Ramsey coming through. Behind him is Fletcher as they all race under the City of Cape Town Bridge into turn 1.
Look at Reno Pence now trying to get his way through. Reno Pence is a Class C car, remember, at the head of that group at the moment. That means he leads Class C at the moment. Zayna Munson was briefly in the lead of Class V coming out of turn 1, but it's Byron Mitchell once again, and Zayna Munson is left vulnerable to the advances there of the black Formula Libre of Andre Lariche, but does not make it work. Meanwhile, Kelly Fletcher pierces her way through in turn 2 on Donovan Ramsey.
That gets ahead of Ramsey just behind Lariche. Through the kink they go into Interceptor, and that group has now been led there by Reno Pence. Remember, Reno races Class C, but he's also in a category called the Super Vs, as we don't have that class in Cape Town, but it is a class that runs up north, as he sits in Class C, working his way out of Saddle Sweep. Down the back straight he goes. Right there behind him is Byron Mitchell, Zayna Munson, Andre Lariche, Kelly Fletcher, and Donovan Ramsey. The whole group racing down into turn 5. They've been chased down here by Ricky Anderson, Cyril Somerville, and at the back of the field, Luan van Heerden.
Wheel-to-wheel racing between all of these Formula Vs. It is Byron Mitchell that leads the class once again. Sprinting away from him will be Reno Pence as he crosses the line once more. But Zayna Munson will now try and get into the slipstream of the car in front of him. Who is Byron Mitchell? He looks on the outside. Byron Mitchell is defensive through there, having oodles of fun, I'll tell you that much, in a Formula V. Andre Lariche will be 3rd. 4th will be Kelly Fletcher, but under pressure she'll be sweating buckets in there with Donovan Ramsey right behind her.
Right, as they make their way towards turn 2, through Castrol Corner they go. Oh, and they are trying different racing lines out of Castrol, but Reno Pence has pulled the pin on this one as he disappears through the kink into turn 3 Interceptor. Reno Pence. Right behind Reno Pence is Byron Mitchell. Behind him as they work their way up the Tigerberg Straight, we've got Zayna Munson, Andre Lariche, Kelly Fletcher, Donovan Ramsey, all of them nose to tail out of turn 4.
Well, Frankie, I see flames spurting from the exhaust there of our good friend at the front, DJ Boyson, but I did see what I thought was a bit of smoke as well coming from that exhaust, so we'll have to keep watching out here. He's dominating proceedings here, a mighty gap between himself and second place man Reno Pence, who also leads Class C at the current time. But down the back straight we then go, and out of turn 5, yes, there is the gaggle of cars. Reno Pence will cross the line. Class C in second place overall. Only one Class C car left. Byron Mitchell, Andre Lariche now up into second position and looks on the outside. We could almost have 3 abreast, Frankie, go into that turn 1 section.
Well, it's a lovely, lovely fight out there. Meantime, DJ Boyson is still way down the highway. He is far. He's going into turn 5 as we watch this group of cars making its way through Castrol Corner, and the back wing came off. Reno Pence's car.
Oh my.
The back wing is lying on the track as you go into turn 2 Castrol Corner. That wing dislodged itself off the Reno Pence car, and he's still leading that group coming out of turn 3 Interceptor. Interceptor.
Well, it's on the track in turn 2 at the moment. There goes the rear handling of that car, and the marshals will run towards the rear wing, pick it up. Good work over there from our Cape Town Kalani marshals, and just in time as DJ Boyson makes his way through that section. Meanwhile, down the back straight, you'll see that he won't be affected on the straights, but when he comes into the turns, that is where the back end is going to be very difficult to handle. When he comes through that section, does Reino Pence. He'll run it now past the bus stop chicane underneath the City of Cape Town Bridge, and already you'll see that the Andre Lariche has closed up the gap to him. Man, oh man.
Well, I'm having a look at his car as they make their way into turn number 1. There's still part of that back wing that's on the back engine part, and if that breaks off, it could fly in any direction. That's hanging very, very awkward and skew there, Byron, so that could possibly be a hazard. And I think it might actually have, no, it hasn't come off. It's still on the back end of the Reino Pence car. Sitting right in there behind him through the kink is Andre Lariche.
He might get flagged, Frankie. That's the black and orange flag. He might get it. I'm not saying he will, but if it's adjudged to be a dangerous situation or running a car in a dangerous condition, that will be the case. They go through turn 4 now. Onto the back straight will then run. And then we'll just watch that car now as they go down the back straight here. Look at the collapsed rear over there. So majority of the wing came off. Andre Lariche will close up the gap there, the leader of Class V at the moment. And then Byron Mitchell will follow suit. There is a lunge, as Frankie has pointed out to me, and here we go. It's Andre Lariche that will come past the Class C Reino Pence car at the moment. Reino Pence is the only Class C car left in the race, remember, and might be no more after the next lap.
Side by side as they cross the line, and Reino Pence takes that lead back again in this group of cars from Andre Lariche in second position. Zaina Munson is moving around. He wants to get his nose ahead of Kelly Fletcher, and they're both behind Byron Mitchell, and behind the three of them is Gavin Ramsey as they work towards turn 2.
Now you see, Frankie, straight line speed for Reino Pence is not going to be the problem over here. It's when he hands into the turns that you'll see that you'll get challenged by the likes of Andre Lariche. There we go, on the gas again. He'll have a slight advantage, doesn't have the drag, but now into the corners, he doesn't have the rear downforce coming through that section, and then you'll be left vulnerable to that black Formula V.
Just a reminder that we do have a man sitting out there in P1, and that is DJ Boyson, all on his own. Like I said earlier, he's chasing shadows. He's basically racing himself, in other words. And he's done a 1:15.261, all on his own, as we watch the leaders going down the back straight towards turn 5, Fostron.
And you'll see under braking here now, Frankie, into turn 5. Will Andre Lariche make a go for it? He did it the last lap. Is he close enough? He's getting in there in that corner on the apex. He will then run and then onto the back, or the first main, the front main I should rather say, as they will then run through the sweep, through the kink, and cross the line now. 2 laps left to go almost, with 3 laps left to go, yeah, including the one currently starting. Byron Mitchell, Zaina Munson first comes across the line, then Kelly Fletcher, and then Byron Mitchell.
As a matter of fact, as that group of cars head into turn number 1, your leader with 2 laps to go, DJ Boyson in the VW Reynard, is right on the case of these guys. He's right on there right in there between these 6 cars as he sails in there behind them as they exit at turn 2 Castrol.
Oh, Byron Mitchell just had a bit of a moment there, and he's now back up into third in class. But look at Donovan Ramsey, that's now up into second position, but not for long as they go into turn 3 now. Byron Mitchell will dive on the inside of Ramsey, and they will put the car right ahead of him, and look who's going to follow suit there, Kelly Fletcher.
Well, here comes the leader. He's right involved with this fight, and that's not what they want at this point in time, to have DJ Boyson get past him, but he catches them at exactly the right time, at the right place, down the back main. He just tears past a whole lot of them down the back main, puts a lap on each and every single one of them, except for a Munson. Well, only for now, because they'll probably get past him before they get into turn 1, and this whole group of them exiting Fostron corner.
Well, yeah, the battle rages on between Lariche and Reino Pence. Reino Pence still keeping it ahead in that machine of his down the straight. We then run and into turn one. The rest, though, the Formula V battle, this will be their final lap, basically. The rest of them, Andre Lariche is now on the lead lap at the present moment.
Yeah, well, here comes your overall leader. He's going to get past Lariche and not past Reino Pence yet, although he might dive bomb him in Castrol, and he does. So the leader has gone and lapped each and every single car out there, DJ Boyson, as he, with a half a lap to go, will start to disappear down the road.
Well, there we go. He goes. He's going a bit slowly there, does our leader, DJ Boyson. But he might be just pacing himself there as we go through turn 4 now. Why is he going so slowly, though? That's what I'm wondering over here. There was smoke coming from the car earlier on, and they're going down the straight now. And I don't think Reino Pence actually knows what to do here.
I don't know what he's doing. I think he might have I don't know if he's got a problem.
He was smoking earlier on.
They are not going to be quick enough to get past him, but they will be held up by him. However, he's going to win the race, DJ Boyson. There's no doubt about that. He's lapped them all. So Boyson will come home first, and then behind him we will have Reino Pence across the line, followed by Andre Lariche, and here's a line that's going to be a Munson from Fletcher. Behind Fletcher will be Mitchell from Donovan Ramsey, and then I think there's still 2 more cars out on track.
Ricky Anderson.
Yes, Ricky Anderson is the one, and the other one will be Cyril Somerville. 3 cars actually, because Luan van Heerden is also heading into turn 5 fast strong.
And yeah, now should be Ricky Anderson. Yep, the familiar livery of that car of his, Ricky Anderson, the Formula V Forza. And then the red, white and blue of Cyril Somerville. That will be 9th position. And then 10th position, we wait for Luan van Heerden. That should be coming right here, right now. A lap down as well. And that number 28 car of Luan van Heerden crosses the line, the Formula Omega, to complete the just under the race distance.
Oh, there was some good stuff out there by the drivers in the Formula Libres, especially the Class C and the Class V category.
Oh, there was the wing coming off.